Hello fellow YouTubers and collectors. CBS Sci-Fi here with Ross again. Now his clothing has turned up. So we've got pants, jacket and boots. Now the pants and jacket came from Modeller's Loft. So there's the info for them guys if you want to use them. And obviously, that's the other guys. Now, these are my go-to sellers for all my World War II figures, loose figures, all my add-ons. So I get all my bits and bobs from these guys, all my little extras, to make these vehicles and these figures sort of stand out. So we've got the clothing for Ross now. You might be wondering why his feet are missing. And there's a good reason for that. It's because one's in there. So you can see just at the bottom it's too dark. You see the little ball? That's his foot connector. So some of these boots can be a little bit of a pain in the backside. Rubber boots. I've only bought cheapish boots because he's going to be sat in that Jeep. You're never going to see his feet. But if somebody does decide to come up and get close, I want him to have the shoes on and not bare feet. So the best way to do this with these rubber boots, some of them are harder plastic, can be really fiddly. Sort of bend the toe a little bit, scoop it in, push that straight down. These, to be honest, have gone in really, really easy. Really easy. I've had them before where they've been a nightmare. And I've had to use the trusty long pliers. Excuse me, chaps. Right, so we've got his feet in the boots. He's covering his modesty again. He's our Ross. So let's chuck some pants on him. I'm not putting a fat suit on him because he doesn't need it. He's going to be sat in the Jeep, so he doesn't need a fat suit. So we're just kitting him out. Pants are on him, guys. See if we can get these connected. One's on. Now I know the German boots, guys. They're not American boots, they're not British, they are German World War II boots. But like I say, it doesn't matter. He's going to be sat in the Jeep, so it doesn't matter. The boots are on. Now, I haven't got a shirt for him. So what I've done, I've took the V-neck jumper from Upham, because he's never gonna use that. He's our Upham, and he's going to be getting the V-neck jumper on. So head sculpts off. Get that off. Arms up. It's always fun doing stuff like this, guys. Always fun. So like I say, if I was kitting a soldier out to go on display, it'd be a hell of a lot different. I'd take more pride in it. I'd be taking a lot more care. But seeing as though this guy, I've put the V-neck on back to front as well, because that then will sort of hide any nasty seamless joints around his neck. Ideally, they should have a shirt on. He should have a shirt. So that head sculpt is back on now. The jumper sort of sits up okay. By the time we've got the jacket on, he's going to be looking half decent, and we'll get him all squared away, tucked in, nice and bonny. Make him look like somebody actually owns him. Like I say, if this guy was going on my shelf to be displayed as a military figure, then I'd be using everything correct and get all the correct parts on there and everything like that. But he's not. He's a driver for the willys that you can see in the foreground. So we're getting there, guys. Nasty little jumpers on back to front. Time for the jacket. We've all dealt with these jackets before. Zipper buttons can be a pain in the ass. Oh, it looks like it's just a zipper on this. Yeah, some of them have the buttons you have to pull through the jackets, and that is a pain in the backside. So that's on. Like I say, if I were going all out and I were doing it proper, there'd be a fat suit on him and everything. He'd look the part. He'd look the part. That, you know, you'd do it decent. But it's taking shape now, and it's just the idea of the jumper underneath is just to hide the nasty seam around his neck. Because if you didn't, he'd have an horrible seam there. So we're getting there, guys and girls. We're getting there. Just connecting the jacket now. Jacket zipped. Yeah, a bit disappointed. I don't understand what's gone on with the buttons. I think the top one fastens. The top one will fasten to hold it in place, to sort of keep that closed. But like I say, he's just going to be a driver. He's just going to be sat in the Jeep, and he's a driver. Once he's in that vehicle, he's not coming out. So we're getting there, guys. He's looking more like a military figure now. And obviously, at some point, I might just pick a scarf up, put a scarf on him, help disguise him even more. But for a little cheap kit together, so the figure himself cost me £49. The pants and the coat cost me £29. And I think the boots were around about £12.50. So it weren't dear. So we've now got a driver for the Jeep. So I'm just going to try and see if I can get that top button to fasten. See if we can get it through his... just to make it sit in place that little bit better. And there we go. That's your fantastic little tool for doing the buttons. So the jacket's on, boots are on, a little bit of tidying up, and there we go. We've got Ross from Friends, Captain Sobel, ready to be mounted into his vehicle. Like I said, we've got a little mat bag there. Mat bag can be thrown around him. All helps make him look that little bit more authentic. So these are the guys, like I say, I've got the clothing. Don't get me wrong, I do buy military figures from them as well. I swap between them both. So Modeller's Loft, that's the information if you're interested. And CB Toys and Collectibles. So these are my two main go-to guys I use for all my World War II figures. So in the bag we've got here is just kit for the Jeep. So we've got another parachute bag. That parachute bag will go on the side, and that will be folded up to make like it's a parcel in the Jeep. So that's all for now, guys. We're like 10 minutes on this one. I don't want to keep overdoing it. So he's ready to be fastened into the Jeep. I might do that next if anybody's interested in seeing it, and obviously adding the accessories. You can see in the bag the rope. That's where I get the rope from for the front bumper. I take the excess rope out of that, cut it off, leave that on so it's all legit, and that'll get wrapped around the bumper. So give me your verdicts, guys. Let me know if you're enjoying the videos, if you want to see more, if you want to see him getting cable tied into the Jeep, adding more accessories. There will be another figure joining him, so I probably will be getting another body and more accessories. Well, thanks for watching, guys. CBS signing out. Have a fantastic evening.